It's time for me to keep it all the way real with y'all because I've been getting a lot of comments about people blaming their hair loss on DNA, blaming it on the wrong product, blaming it on the hairstylist, blaming it on stress. But today we're going to get all the way real. I'm going to spill what's really going on with your hair because it's time we go to a deeper level, a more spiritual level, a more emotional level, and get to the bottom of why your hair is breaking, why it's falling off, and why you're having so much hair loss. Because it's not only stress, it's more than that, it's deeper than that. I know, you feel like you're doing everything right. You're watering your hair, you're using great products, you're getting your hair done. What's the problem? Why can't you control your hair falling out? What's going on? And it's because you are overwhelmed. You are tired. You are stressed. You are suffering from brokenness, from burnout, and you need to heal. What if your hair was a direct mirror of everything you've been going through? Not just your beauty. It was a direct mirror of all the betrayal that you suffered in your life at the hands of people and places, things, but mostly people. I've dealt with so many clients suffering with clumps of hair falling out, all due to betrayal. I've seen hair stop growing because of years of neglect, not just physical neglect, but emotional, spiritual, and relational. I've lived it. Having a partner who neglects you, having family that neglects you, you're going to suffer from that and it'll build up. And one day you're just going to snap. And if you don't snap first, your hair will. And that's what's happening. Your hair has had enough. It's snapped. It's breaking. It's giving up. You're losing hair because you may be losing an emotional, spiritual battle right now. I've lived it. I know what it feels like to wake up and feel like parts of you are disappearing. Not just your strands, but your strength. Maybe you've been feeling invisible. I've been in rooms with friends and partners where I felt alone. I felt undervalued. I was literally abandoned by people and I was sitting right in front of their face. That can have an effect on your emotions, your mental state. That can really basically give you small doses of brain damage. And I'm not trying to be funny here. You can literally suffer from years of damage to your brain because people are playing with your emotions. And that's not fair. And I know there's some people who are the accountability police, and they always try to tell you, why don't you take some accountability for allowing those type of people in your life to play with your emotions? But that doesn't make it right. No one deserves to have their mind played with. And after all that mistreatment, now you're the one stuck with confusion. Your hair is all mangled up, it's matted, it's knotting, it's tied up with each other because you're just suffering from the spirit of confusion at this point. And now you have to hide your hair under a wig, under a hat, under a hood, or maybe you're just not even leaving the house because you're tired. You're just tired of being the strong one, and your hair knows that. And now your hair is screaming what your mouth is too afraid to say, that you're feeling weak. You're feeling dull. You're about to break. You're breaking. You cannot take anymore. You're splitting into pieces. You see, your hair is a part of your nervous system. It's connected to your scalp, your hormones, your organs, and ultimately your energy. Your hair is the part of the largest organ on your body. And when your nervous system is overwhelmed, when your body senses danger, betrayal, or trauma, your hair can begin to shut down. That's not random. That's not just genetics. That's your body trying to protect you. At this point, your hair is a signal and it's flaring red. It's trying to tell you you need to heal and you need to heal now. For me, my healing began when I started treating my crown like something sacred again. Not a place of vanity, a place of vulnerability. I stopped using synthetic products with hormone disruptors and fragrances that confused my body. I went back to nature. I started using pure oils, natural butters, plant-based ingredients only, and slowly, my hair started responding. My spirit started responding because I wasn't just doing hair care. I was doing heart care. I had to start caring for myself from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. When I tell you, there is something so powerful about taking your hands and putting it to your head and looking at your hair in the mirror and saying, I love you. I am here for you. I am listening now. You have got to understand that your crown is a portal. It holds memories, energy, and emotion. When it's dry, brittle, or broken, it's not just about moisture. It's a message. But the good news is you can return to yourself. And when you do, your hair will follow. The woman's hair that I'm doing right now, yes, you can see her hair is broken. Yes, you can see that it's damaged. Yes, you can see that her hair looks dull. It looks dry, but it's okay because she has been through it and she's going to get through it. I'm going to do a protective style on her today, something that she can manage, something that she can help herself heal, something that doesn't involve all these synthetic products that's going to cause buildup on her scalp, something that her hair can be moisturized on a daily basis, and something where she can feel like she's beginning to become herself again. Yes, we're going to use extensions. We're using human hair extensions. I'm going to be doing a sewing in the back, and I'm going to be doing some small braids around the perimeter so she can still have some versatile styling. I'm not using any edge controls. I'm not using any gels because we don't need any more hormone disruptors. She is trying to live more stress-free. She is trying to become herself again. So we can't put anything in there that's going to stir the pot because her hair is her nervous system. We don't need anything synthetic going on her hair and making her more stressed, giving her headaches, giving her anxiety. She's already trying to overcome enough. We don't need to put anything else fake in her life. She already is trying to get rid of all the fake people, all the snakes in her life, and rid herself of anything that is not serving her. And right now, what will serve her is God. And God is in nature. Nature is in God. Right now, she needs something pure, something she can touch. Her hair is dry. It needs moisture. It needs water. She is dehydrated. Her hair is dehydrated. Her spirit is dehydrated. Her emotions is dehydrated. Right now, she needs her cup to be filled till it runneth over. When you feel like everything in your life is trying to suck you dry and now your hair is dry, it's time for you to moisturize your life. You need to listen to better music. Try listening to 432 hertz. It's going to change the frequency of your whole body. Make sure you take walks in the park if you can. This is going to revitalize your spirit. Make sure you are eating a nutrient-dense food and giving your body what it needs to keep going. Make sure you're eating hydrating foods, watermelons. Make sure you're eating mangoes. It's mango season. Make sure you are giving yourself what it needs. Try calming exercises. Read a book. Stop reading all this gossip and drama. Feed your soul. Feed your spirit. Feed your mind. Feed your hair. Make sure you are giving your hair an ample diet. Your hair needs water. That's what your hair eats. Make sure you're giving your hair softened, conditioned water. You don't want to give your hair water that has been stripped of any vital nutrients, minerals, and enzymes. So make sure you're putting that back in. I use this elixir in water and I make sure I spray my hair down, and I always advise people to keep their hair moisturized. Doing these type of things is going to really give you back the hydration you need, and you will start to see your hair responding, and that's a direct mirror effect of your soul responding. And make sure you release. Sometimes bottling up all these stuff is going to make your hair stagnant. You need to let it go so you can let your hair grow. If you don't have anybody to talk to, you can talk to me. Send me an email and I can set up a consultation with you and you can just vent. I'm a good listener. I'm not going to tell you what you need to do. I'm not going to put no blame on you. I'm just going to listen to you so you can get it out, so you can start getting your inches and that your hair can start flourishing. So if all of this spoke to your spirit today, I need you to stay with me. I'm going to show you how to heal, not just your hair, but your whole self through nature, through truth, through sacred practice of caring for your crown. because long hair is your destiny and big hair is your birthright. And it's about time you start to claim it. Even though your hair might be currently breaking, you're not broken. You're remembering who you are, and your hair is too. Your restoration, it's sacred, and your crown is worthy. And you're worthy too. You're worthy of happiness. You're worthy of favor. You're worthy of blessings. You're worthy of the hair of your dreams.